Secretary of TED Fund, Dr. Abdullahi Bichi Bafa, has shown that TED Fund is committed to the provisions of its Establishment Act, Section 3, Subsection 1, which is for rehabilitation, restoration, and consolidation of tertiary education in Nigeria through commissioning of completed projects at the Ekiti State University at Ado-Ekiti in Ekiti State, University of Ilorin Kwara State, and Tai Solarin University of Education in Ogun State. At the Ekiti State University, the Executive Secretary commissioned the academic building to house the Center for Gender and Development Studies, a 4-in-1 lecture theater.
The university very briefly in the following areas: project intervention, library development, academic staff training and staff development, conference attendance, publications and journals, manuscripts development, and entrepreneurship centers. In terms of project development, the university has already become one of the greatest beneficiaries in this area of intervention in forms of normal, special, and high impact interventions. The university can cumulatively boast of 18 modern building projects funded by TED Fund in the university.
Shaped by outstanding teaching and research for the benefit of cultures, societies, and economies. And in the name of God, the Almighty, His glory, and for the sake of humanity, I commission this 4-in-1 lecture theater to support the advancement of teaching and learning in our tertiary institution. This day, 20th of October, 2016.
It was a similar situation at the University of Ilorin, Kwara State, where the TED Fund boss, as part of the activities for the convocation of the university, commissioned a twin 1,000 seating capacity lecture theater alongside other projects commissioned by President Muhammadu Buhari, represented by Professor Chiedu Mafiana, Deputy Executive Secretary of National Universities Commission, NUC.
In the name of God, the Almighty, and in pursuance of the mission of University of Ilorin to provide world-class environment for learning, research, and community service, I commission this 500-seat lecture theater to the glory of God and for the benefit of mankind.
It was performed on behalf of His Excellency, the visitor to the University of Ilorin, and the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, on Saturday, 22nd October 2016, to the glory of God and to the benefit of mankind.
Also, at the Tai Solarin University of Education, Ogun State, the Vice Chancellor of the institution, alongside other stakeholders, joined Dr. Bafa in commissioning the new academic complex of the institution, one of the numerous projects brought to further TED Fund intervention.
We want to place on record our very sincere appreciation on behalf of the Nigerian university system, not just on behalf of faculty, for the wonderful work that TED Fund is doing. When we look at the landscape of the Nigerian university system, whatever improvements you see, especially in the area of physical infrastructure, is attributed to TED. This is one of our projects done with our TED Fund Global Intervention.
It is my pleasure to commission this academic building that houses the Senate of the university, that houses other academic facilities as conference venues, lecture venues, and academic staff offices for the benefit of humanity and in the name of God.
As good as the story may sound, There are challenges, but an agency like TED ought to be ready to brace up to them as they come on 2017.
Area of challenge and which is affecting not just TED Fund, but it's affecting the country generally is the present economic realities. The current economic reality means that our education tax collection is expected to dwindle, since our income is from tax, and this tax is a percentage of the profit declared by companies, and companies are not recording profit. So chances are we are going to see some reduction in our education tax collection. This is a huge challenge that we've already put on our thinking cap. We are working, strategizing to see that how we are going to ensure more companies enroll within the tax net and the number of collections improve, so that with the number of company we are going to hopefully maintain the quantum of money, or at least be able to have substantial amount of money that will allow us to continue with the intervention activities that we are doing. The second area of challenge is unutilized resources. We have quite a number of intervention lines that have not been accessed by beneficiary institutions, and we've already created what we call the access clinic. We believe that any beneficiary institution that is unable to access its intervention, any of its intervention line, is having one challenge or the other. So it's like a patient going to doctor. We have established a clinic, access clinic, where we're going to sit down on a round table with the stakeholders from the beneficiary institutions and a committee of relevant experts from the fund, where we are going to sort out, diagnose what is responsible for the failure to access, and then prescribe what should be done to overcome such a challenge.
Yes, this documentary is just a show of the beginning of the resolve of TED Fund under Dr. Abdullahi Bichi Baffa to not only commission TED Fund completed projects, but to also fulfill its decision to ensure value for the funds invested in all its projects and keeping the taxpayers abreast of what their monies are being used for. TED Fund, fulfilling its resolve to continue to positively change Nigeria's tertiary education institutions.